Hey guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis, physical therapist, personal trainer, and nutritionist. And today I am going to go over some ways to mobilize your hip. Now, why mobilize instead of just stretch? Because we want to make sure that we target not just the muscle, but the fascia, the joint, the tendons, the ligaments. All of that needs to move and glide in order for our bodies to move and glide properly. And the easiest way to do that is actually with a band, and I like to use an assisted pull-up band. I'll link that in the notes below as well so that you know where to go for that. But those are really resistive bands, and you need something a little extra resistive in order to counteract that joint force, basically. So let's get started with my favorite exercises. So the first exercise you're going to do with that pull-up band, here's that nice thick band, taking it, placing it right across the leg here, as close to the groin as you can get, backing up against that resistance, and then pulling that knee right into your chest. Hanging out here and just enjoying that lovely stretch and that mobility. After you're done with that for about a minute or so, if you take that band off, you actually should find that you have a little bit more flexibility, mobility, bringing that knee up towards your chest. The next one is kneeling. If you need to, you can always put a mat underneath you, or you can even do this one standing if it hurts that knee to put pressure on. But again, same idea in that we want that band as close to that joint as possible, so it's going to go right up into the groin, backing up against the resistance. And this one, you're going to rock that hip forward. Notice my back is straight or even a little tiny bit arched. And then pulling back. And you should feel that right through the front of that hip. About 15 or so repetitions. And then you're going to come at an angle. That same leg, you may need to start with that shin further back. Not sure grammatically which is the right word, but you know what I mean. If it feels comfortable for you, you can take that leg further up front. And then it's a little rock back and forth here. Again, we're addressing right in through here. If it's tolerated, you can come right down onto those forearms and elbows and add that little motion there. Same idea, 15 or so repetitions. And then lastly, to work on the rotation of both sides, this one is without a band. To get a little bit more mobility, you can do a weight. You can certainly start without it, but we're going to rotate one leg this way, and then the other leg in the other direction. Make sure you don't just lean over onto the side. And from here, pressing both hips down, you're coming forward as you press, and back. This one is a little bit more aggressive, so make sure that obviously that it's not actually causing any pain, and you would want to do both sides so that you're getting the rotators on both hips. Again, you don't have to start with a weight either. So those are my favorite ways to help get that hip to loosen up. And remember, if you do a lot of sitting or you do a lot of activity, those hips tend to get really tight and then can cause back pain and all sorts of problems. So it is important to really address those issues now. So thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe and like and share this video if you found it helpful, and stay tuned for more.